All right, Miss Megan. So obviously we have a lot going on in Southwest Florida. Thank you for joining
Wow.
me. How busy you are and what's been going on.
Yes, absolutely. I will say that in the face,
Sorry.
and that's all good. So, just in the aftermath of this crazy hurricane that came through Florida, I mean, first, I want to say, like, I'm so proud of our agents and leadership, and so many people have just come together to do as much good as they can. For the families that are facing so much loss and devastation, it's really beautiful to see that silver lining in things.
It really is. I feel like the community has come together. There's no politics, there's no arguing over elections. I mean, it's like people only watch the news to just see what was going on and the good that was coming out of it. I mean, I typically don't watch the news that much. I read my news and make my own decisions, but I love it. I love that people are coming together. I mean, all the way from St. Pete and Tampa, people bringing supplies to our other KW Lakewood Ranch office and then asking, what else do you need? And then, of course, we're taking stuff from your Lakewood Ranch, the other Lakewood Ranch, Keller Williams, all the way down to the Inglewood office, which did have some damage. It's right on the water, the most beautiful view from their office. And all the offices came together. Our Venice office, Northport, Sarasota, Clark Road, Kate and her team, Danielle and Brittany, everybody coming together was amazing. I mean, even their MCA is coming and saying, what can we do?
Truly. And even the agents too. I mean, I can't tell you how many people showed up with pickup trucks and trailers to help deliver generators and supplies to the people that couldn't get to us.
Right.
And they faced flooding roads and so much just to get the supplies to the people that needed it the most. So I'm just really proud of everyone that has stepped up to the plate and has helped. And I know that we pulled some KW Care statistics. Now, these were updated 22 hours ago. So currently, KW Cares, which is our nonprofit, it's a 501c3, they have given more than $2.5 million in support to those impacted.
Unbelievable. Yeah, last I read it was 1.94. So you're telling me it's almost 2.5 million that they've given out.
Like that. It's
Wow.
literally just been a week since the storm came through.
And how many generators? Because I know we've delivered so many generators.
Yeah, so almost 1,500 according to their numbers, and I'm certain that we've surpassed that now, being this was a day ago, really. And
Sure.
then 227 emergency grants.
Wow.
So that is money that they are able to instantly deposit into somebody's account to help them if they needed a hotel to stay in or needed to have a tree removed from their front door or driveway or just whatever they needed. If we couldn't get there and physically do it, we gave them emergency grants. And by we, I mean KW Cares.
Right.
But it's been
Well,
absolutely amazing. And that's on top of the physical resources, right? Like fuel and gas cans and extension cords and generators and food and diapers and clothes, blankets, a bed today.
yeah, we delivered mattresses today. I saw that. We have all the leadership on a group me so we can stay connected. And last night, I will say we took a little break and we had a lot of laughs because it was well needed. So a big thank you to all the leadership. A big thank you to you, Megan. I know you got the church involved, Church of Hope. I'd love to give a big shout out to them. Let me tell you, your pastor, I was very impressed. I mean, he just didn't get rattled by much. And, he was there literally saying, oh, you're hungry? We have food for you around the corner, and here I am trying to offer people beef jerky and chips because I didn't have a lot of food, our power went out. So thank God for them and everyone that was involved. So just a big thank you to not only the people that contribute to KW Cares from afar, but really the boots on the ground. I mean, we unfortunately could not make our trip to Boston to the luxury symposium. So obviously very disappointed on not being able to go there, but we just needed some people here to be able to support people down south because I mean, we both live in Sarasota, but by the grace of God, we were very lucky. I mean, we had trees down and little damage to, flashing and, pool cages, nothing that can't be fixed.
Right.
So being able to have, manpower here to, well, we should say women power because we were there too. We were lifting those things too. Good thing we've been weight training, but just getting, people to deliver further south, I think was really important. So, obviously we have to talk real estate too, Megan. I mean,
Yes.
people are still buying and selling, people think the real estate market just shuts down during this stuff. I'll tell you, I've been through so many different shifts and all different things that have happened. I did a lot of care calls, just checking in on friends, family, past clients who've become friends, clients that obviously were listing their property or listings coming up, and just checking to see how they're doing. I had a client offer to send $5,000 in gift cards because that's what we were needing. And he just wanted to know, where do I send it?
Wow.
I mean, and all I was doing was calling to check on him. It was not to get anything from him. So
Right.
of course, they ask you how you are and you tell them, we're doing okay. We're doing day by day here. And I thought that was really nice. So just make sure you do your care calls. People are thinking about you too.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So we got to talk about the market. Obviously,
Yes.
real still transacting. So what's going on in Sarasota, Manatee?
Wow. I'm so glad you asked, Brandy. It's been really interesting because for a long time we were at like 2 weeks of inventory. I mean, just as soon as they were listed, they were under contract. And so for the last couple of months, for sure, we've been holding steady at 2.5 months of inventory for single family homes in Manatee County. Interestingly enough, the sales are down 17%, closed sales around this time last year compared to this time this year. And what we're finding is the median sale price is still rising. So that's up 22% over last year. So it's still quite a bit higher than it was then. And that average price is $655,000, and that's in Manatee County. We are looking at the time to contract going up a little bit. So it's now 13 days to contract, which in the grand scheme of things in a normal market, that is no long period of time, really. I mean, that's not even 2 weeks. So sellers are still selling their home quickly, and it's taking about 57 days on average. And for Sarasota County, we are seeing that month supply of inventory is at 2 months. So a little less than Manatee County. We closed 678 sales in August, and that's down 16.8% since last year. So really closely mimicking that same curve and that same line as the Manatee County market. Our median sales price in Sarasota County is $475,000, and that average sale price is a little higher than Manatee County now at $675,000. And we're looking at 14 days to contract. So again, very similar to Manatee County, and 56 days to closing. So, things are really holding steady at those numbers and have been, during the late summer and this early part of fall.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see next month. I looked at last month's statistics for Sarasota County, which is where we reside. We were at 717,000 roughly for an average price. This month we're at 675. That's the first time we've seen it kind of go down in the Sarasota area. So we'll also send over Lee Collier, and we do Marco as a separate kind of statistic, but we'll send that over in Charlotte County so you can see that on our website. It will be in our newsletter. So moving on to luxury, we are now at a balanced market, and in the Sarasota market, the luxury benchmark is 1 million. So we're finally balanced, and that active price band has remained the same, Megan, 1 million to 1.2. That just seems to be where everyone's kind of looking in that entry level luxury. And the home sold for a median of 94.44% of list price in August 2022. And the median days on market were 35, which was up 5 in August 2021. So I thought that was really interesting. And then, of course, we do always call the condominiums attached homes, or maybe the maintenance-free style of living. That benchmark is a little bit lower for luxury. It's 950,000. It is also a balanced market. Similar price band, 1 million to 1.1. So a little bit lower, but similar as far as the most active. And then homes sold for a median of 94.27 of list price. And then 17 days. Median days to market or on market, and then that's up 16 from August 2021. So a little longer days on market.
Gotcha. Well, that's very interesting that we're balanced now. I think we've been so used to being in a full-blown seller's market for so long. And I think a really great indicator, even for, all single family homes, seeing that average price point tick down. I think we're stepping away finally from aspirational pricing, which is just name your price. Eventually someone will pay it. So
Yeah.
I know that's a relief to many buyers and many agents out there as well.
Yeah, I think you're going to see a lot of buyers come off the fence. I know we've had some people that did not buy, that really didn't need to buy. I mean, we do have a resort and second home market for a lot of buyers. Everyone that needed to relocate due to a job or expanding family or downsizing, they made the move. They liked the interest rates. They knew that the prices were high, but the interest rates were so low. They felt it was still a win for them, locking in that 30-year, putting a large payment down so that they had a lot of equity built in right away. Now you see people going, you know what, these interest rates, if you look at the historic overview of all of the interest rates over time since we've had interest rates, this is really a normal rate. Before it's almost like free money. So I think buyers are starting to get a little bit more educated by the top professionals explaining, you're still able to get in a home and it's much better than renting, because that's 100% you're paying. I mean, I have renters paying my debt down and building my equity. I appreciate it. But at some point, we want them to get in their own home. That should be a temporary stop to save up that down payment.
That's right. That's right.
So we will have a first-time homebuyer seminar coming up. We will make that announcement. And then we do have a seller seminar coming up. So look for that in our newsletter, and we'll be happy to share the future date for the first-time homebuyer.
Fabulous. Well, Brandy, it's always great spending time with you and just giving our viewers and our friends and family and other realtors an update as to what's going on here in the Southwest Florida area. So thanks for being on here with me this evening, and we'll see y'all soon.
Yeah. And if you need to get a hold of us, call our team line. It's 941-404-4737. You can find us on all social media at the Coffey Group. And then of course, our website is coffeygroup.com. Tongue twister.
Awesome. Cool. Well, thanks for tuning in, everybody. We appreciate you, and be safe out there.
Yes, be safe.